puts your hand against your chest, and it doesn't move all the time, and it gives the guy in the van a chance to get it right. Because if you're moving it all the time, then he's...
Wait, listen. Also, they're gonna hold their own mic,
Yes,
right?
that's me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend to be your interviewee.
Your
Sweet driver.
hi, congratulations, you've been nominated.
Hey. You know, it's such a good stripper, you know. And,
Yeah, you did a
running
marvelous
back
job.
to-
Okay, so like that, huh?
Well, it's up to you, man. But I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, you've
Yeah,
done this
yeah,
before.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know that
No.
sometimes you get...
So it's just gone 5 o'clock. It's a glorious Sunday afternoon here in Cape Town, and we are less than an hour away from the 59th edition of the Fleur Theatre Awards, sponsored, of course, by Heineken Beverages. My name is Africa Melane. I chair the panel of judges, and today I have the honor of also being on stage and doing some of the hosting duties. We thought we'd have a conversation with our friends from up in the Highveld, the Naledi's, of course, the other very important theatre awards that are handed out in Johannesburg and Pretoria. And joining me now is the Chief Executive of the Naledi Theatre Awards, Leanne Pretorius. Hello, Leanne.
Good afternoon, Africa. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. How are you?
All good. As you correctly stated, a glorious afternoon in Cape Town.
It truly is.
And you will need to get going. I mean, less than an hour, and we are still looking like this. Especially you need to be on stage.
We will be looking very different by the time the show starts, we promise. It's exciting, isn't it, when we get to celebrate with the theatre makers, celebrating excellence, celebrating achievement, because let's be clear, it's not easy mounting a production on stage.
Africa, it is extremely important, and that's why it's also such an honor for us as the Naledi to be here. And thank you for extending the invitation from the Fleur Cup side and from Heineken side to have us here this afternoon. But as you correctly stated, an absolute honor and so necessary to celebrate the theatre makers and all these wonderful nominees who have put on such a vast number of quality productions during the year of 2023.
Well, we're obviously awarding the award recipients of the 23 competitive categories and then the 3 special awards, which I'm so looking forward to. You've just concluded your deliberations over your nominations, and I imagine in a week or two you will be announcing yours. What was your process like?
So it is quite interesting that you asked that question. I'm very thankful to be alive on this day. As it goes with these deliberation meetings, it's always a whole lot of fun, but we also take it extremely serious because we know what the impact of such an award is on the career of a theatre maker, and therefore we take a whole lot of care. And like tongue in the cheek, I say I'm thankful to be alive, but there are some robust discussion, there are some hard discussion, but at the end of the day, for us, it is very important, just as the same for the Fleur Cup Awards, just to honor and to recognize excellence. So the process what we follow is we list all our productions, and then we have a discussion on each production where we as a panel deliberate that specific production and see if there are any candidates who we deem worthy to be on a long list of nominees. And after we have compiled that long list of nominees, as we have run through all the various productions, then we go into a situation where now we need to vote for between 5 and 6, depending on what the board has decided on that specific category. And the judges looking at the long list, sometimes there are up to 12 or 13 on that long list. They need to get it down to 6.
Yeah.
And that's an extremely difficult process. I always feel for, and that's just maybe me personally, I always feel for those theatre makers or artists who have not made that 6, because also we must remember theatre is subjective in a big way. So what I enjoy from watching point of view and what someone else watches from when they go and watch theatre are two very different things. So what I always say, and bless Dawn Lindbergh, she always used to say, Leon, don't worry, the cream of the crop, they will bubble to the top. and thankfully, I would like to believe that happens at the end of the day, especially if you have a panel that are able to recognize excellence.
No, absolutely. Our situation is slightly different. We do meet over 2 days on a weekend in January, unlike having a long list that then determines the short list effectively of where the nominees are. It was actually post-COVID, where we decided actually we're going to enjoy an electronic system that judges obviously will be participating in. We do have conversations about certain productions and certain performances. We obviously give space to judges perhaps who don't speak a particular language to have some engagement with those who do speak that language and are strong in that language to understand, did I understand this properly? Was this the meaning that was derived from here? If there are certain technical elements that need to be understood, we sort of have that conversation. And then literally, I mean, there were 66 productions eligible for the Fleur Cups in 2023. we then sit with the entire list of people who would have been lead actor, would have been supporting actor, would have been costume designer, who would have been, all of the categories for all of the shows. And then we pick our 5. So individually, you pick the 5, and there's a rating system that we enjoy. And then whoever then sort of floats to the top, they make up the top 5, with the exception of the student prize, because we have 10 nominees this year for the student prize, which is understandable. 154 students qualified. There were more than 50 productions that the sub-panel would have had to see. So it really was difficult.
That Africa, that really excites me, and specifically on that that category of Best Student Prize, because I think an award or even a nomination, and not from a theatre panel in South Africa, that is something that can really mean a lot.
Absolutely.
In terms of that individual's
Absolutely.
future in theatre making, and even making certain choices and decisions in their career moving forward. So we coincidentally adopt a similar approach by our Best Breakthrough Performance, where we also, I think this year there will be 7 or 8 nominees in that specific category as well, because we just realized the importance of just giving a nod to that student or that breakthrough artist to say, we see you, and we are championing you in the sector which has been decimated by COVID. And I think we are starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And it's so exciting for me just that you also have a similar approach.
Absolutely. And look, there are categories that will not have 5. So Best Puppetry, for example, there were 2 productions, Jenny Young's Hamlet and Matlaike was the other production that used puppetry, and both of them exceptional, so therefore deserved winners. For the Best Production for Children and Young Adults, we only nominated 3 productions out of the 8 or 10 that were eligible for this year. And of course, the sub-panel makes the motivation why limiting the number to that, because I think sometimes we run the mistake of sort of nominating somebody for the sake of having the number, whereas a nomination should be an achievement already.
Absolutely.
And it shouldn't be a case of we have 5 slots to fill, so therefore let's nominate people.
Without a doubt, and I think it's maybe because the two of us have been speaking about these things. I mean, the fact that we are quite good friends helps that we have these type of discussions, and I think it's important because this year we adopted a similar approach, where if we didn't think that they were worthy nominees, we did not make any nomination in certain categories. For example, we didn't have a lot of AV in the theatre productions that we've seen under this 2023 year of review up in the Highveld. And so for that reason we included, they were 1 or 2, but we decided if that was so exceptional, we included it in Best Theatre Design as a whole. So I mean, and next year we might have 23 productions with AV of exceptional standard, and then we might introduce that type of award again. Quite interestingly this year, a movement on our side, what we have seen post-COVID is, I call it, in Afrikaans we used to call it kleinkuns, the way we have small theatre productions, but specifically in the musical theatre genre. And surely something like that, we had a long discussion about that, can't compete with something like...
Oh, but yes, it can. For the Fleurs, we have a beautiful small production of 4 performers. It was performed at the Theatre Arts Admin. It's called Ziana, where a significant number of the performers have been nominated in their relevant categories. The composer of the music has been nominated. And they're competing against The Sound of Music. They're competing against We Will Rock You and the Buddy Holly story. And so it is possible, I believe,
you are
to actually say this, because the category is musicals and music theatre show. And we must be able to adjudicate.
So what we have done is we've stripped out those individuals for individual performances, the composers, the sound designers. They still compete in the similar category, but quite interestingly, we just thought on a production level, it is maybe quite difficult. And the Naledi Theatre Award Board this year decided that we are adding an additional category for specific, because we didn't have it in the past. And I think you have a category for cabaret and review, which we don't have at all. So this year, coincidentally, we'll have a category for cabaret, review, and this extremely small scale type musical theatre productions. Yeah, which I think is also quite interesting. But who knows, next year that might not be there anymore.
Some of the bigger productions, of course, enjoying audiences both in Cape Town and in Johannesburg. The musicals that we've just listed, the big ones, have toured and traveled to both cities. Currently, we have Mamma Mia at the Artscape Theatre, and you will get it in April.
Yes.
Which is coming up shortly. Of course, we had massive plays like the Promise on stage, traveling to both cities. We had the Queen Linan. What's the
Beauty
title?
Queen of Linan.
The Beauty Queen of Linan. It was your city in 2022. It came to Cape Town in 2023. And I'm hoping we get to see a lot more of those traveling productions, because I imagine if you're a producer and you're producing and therefore spending a lot of money in creating the work, you want it to be enjoyed by as wide an audience as possible.
Yeah, I think it is extremely important. Yeah, I mean, similarly, you already had Sound of Music. It's included in tonight's list of nominees. We will only have it on our part of our list of nominees for next year's awards event, because we only saw it in end of Jan, February. And of course, a beautiful production, as you know. So I'm so glad for producers in general, the likes of the Hazel Feldmans, Peter Turins, Showtimes and what are they? How Now Brown Cow, for taking a chance, because it is ultimately still taking a huge financial risk and chance, but taking these productions to which I deem the two big theatre centra in South Africa, being Cape Town and Johannesburg up north. So I mean, it is exciting for us as well to see then, especially after those productions, apart from having the privilege of enjoying those productions, but then specifically to see what stood out for a Fleur Cup panel as opposed to what stood out for a lady panel. And I mean, I would like to think, and I still think, that we are usually on par with these type of things. But as we have said already, we differ at times, and
the
theatre
makeup
is
of the panel, and this is a fact. We've got 12 judges that helped to adjudicate this year's theatre awards. If we had a different set of 12 people, it might have come out in a very different way.
And similarly on our side,
it continues to be a very subjective process. This
absolutely. But yeah, exciting nonetheless for these touring productions. And it's so wonderful, especially, and I don't want to keep on using the big C word, but post-COVID, that we are seeing producers taking these chances again, and specifically taking these big productions and bringing it to both centra.
Let me ask this as a final question, as the alarm decides to go at the Baxter. I'm sure somebody is going to take care of that. Is it fun? Is it because you and I and the respective panels carry on our shoulders an incredible burden. Everybody has an opinion on the nominations. Everybody is going to have an opinion on people that are announced as winners. Why do you do it?
Yeah, so Africa, at the end of the day, I think theatre excites me in general. To me, every time I walk into a theatre, doesn't matter what production, but that moment that you step into a theatre in the current climate that we are working in, and it's chaos around it. We even have security guards running around.
They just have to go switch off an alarm, so that's nothing to worry about. But we are not in danger.
But every time you walk into a theatre, you forget about what's going on around us, and specifically, just forget about. It's tough economically out there. It is tough. In Joburg, we don't have water. We hardly ever have any form of electricity. But that moment you step into a theatre, it's just that transition into a world. So at the end of the day, the reason why we do it, one, it is fun. Absolutely. But yes, there is a huge responsibility. And for me, why we do it is someone needs to give recognition to these theatre makers who go out there and who night after night, whether it's through design, whether it's through performance, whether it's through the directing, the creative side, leaving their heart and their soul on that stage, telling very important stories in this country.
And that's why I do it, because unlike a television product or a silver screen product that can be enjoyed so many times by many people, there is that unique moment that happens every performance between the theatre makers on stage and behind stage and those in the auditorium. And there's almost a contract that we enter into. And that moment is so finite. the show starts and the show will end. It lives in our memories forever. And to be able to celebrate that in the way that we do today is amazing. Thank you very much for joining us. And thank you for tuning in to help celebrate, of course, incredible achievement in the space of theatre for productions that have been mounted in Cape Town and in Stellenbosch throughout the calendar year of 2023. Now, Dr. Luando Scott, one of the panel members, in a moment will interview a wonderful array of special guests who have been invited, some of them nominees, and will be live at 6 o'clock.
Welcome, everybody. Tonight is the Fleur Theatre Awards, theatre's biggest night in Cape Town. We are looking forward to the nominations of the actors, the producers, the designers, everybody who's been contributing to theatre in 2023. Welcome, everybody. Fleur Theatre Awards. Welcome. Theatre, 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 and everything theatre awards. I have with me now the corporate marketing manager from Heineken Beverages, which bought it to Stal, Pumza, and I have a few questions after this acquisition to think about our awards and their future. And it's good to see, Pumza, that the theatre awards are still going through, are still going on after the acquisition.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, let me just say it's such a pleasure to be at the 59th Fleur Theatre Awards, sponsored by Heineken Beverages now.
Yes.
This is one of those flagship initiatives that Heineken Beverages inherited from the legacy Distal business. And for us, it was a no-brainer to continue, which is why we are here and thoroughly excited just to play a part in celebrating the arts in this way.
Okay, awesome. So I'm guessing the awards or arts in general is still an important thing for Heineken as it was for Distal.
Absolutely. A lot of our brands, one way or the other, position themselves on the arts, whether it's fashion, art, dance. For corporate, we have taken the stance of supporting at a grassroots level and also celebrating excellence in talent and skills, the arts, specifically in theatre. And this is the way that we've shown up.
Okay, so of course, the question on everybody's lips and everybody's mind, certainly on mine, is what is the future of the awards? Like, is Heineken going to pull the plug on us? Is like, what is going to happen? Is the rug going to be, yanked? Because I mean, there is a bit of a nervousness, which I think maybe is warranted, right, with acquisitions. So, I mean, as far as you know, as far as you can think, what does our future look like?
As far as I know, and this is not just a corporate answer,
yes,
but Heineken is a very responsible business. Whatever decisions are taken are going to be taken with our partners' best interests in mind. The conversations will be very open and collaborative, but at the end of the day, arts are absolutely understood to be a powerful vehicle for social cohesion, for celebrating our cultural differences, and also celebrating what binds us as human beings.
Yeah.
And so we are very clear that the arts does deserve a place the how that happens, whether it's a brand within the corporate that picks it up or
Yes.
it continues as a corporate vehicle, those are the details that are still to be discovered. But I think it's an exciting place to be because the sky is not even the limit for what we can achieve.
Right. And I mean, you know, we have to also embrace or think about change is something that happens, right? Change is what drives society. Change is almost inevitable. So we have to kind of, in some ways, go with it.
Yes, yes. And this is a global business. They are experienced at dealing with complex issues like this. And they don't take for granted
Yes.
that, you know, walking away from something that is celebrating 59 years. Next year it will be 60. That is not something that you can scoff at.
Yeah.
And so all I can say is that for now, we are incredibly excited to be here.
All right. So if I can ask you maybe more of a personal question outside of, you know, the corporate, what category are you looking forward to most tonight?
The categories that I am announcing, best production.
Oh, wow. That's a huge one.
That's a huge
that
one.
usually comes at the
Yes.
end. Yeah.
I said that one. Please allow me to use my sponsorship, my sponsor privileges.
Yes, yes.
So that is what's happening.
So you actually asked for the category yourself.
I asked Africa, I said, please, Chair,
Yeah.
may I please?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, I hope you have a fabulous night. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
It's a pleasure, Londo. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye. You can put it on the chair.
On the chair. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mafumza. I really appreciate it. Whoever's next. Good? Hello, Gregory Makoma. It's nice to have you here. Congratulations on your win, really, already, of the Encore Award. You had a huge year last year, like a humongous year, right? You had Exist that played here. You published a memoir. You celebrated 50 years of being on this earth. Like a huge year. And so considering all of that, what do you think it's next for you?
Well, I guess, it's almost like I'm writing my next chapter. Not in the form of a book, but in other ways of expressing myself. Because as you know, I'm retiring from being a performer on stage, but I'm taking on a lot more. So giving space for other things to happen. So I'm into films, I'm into writing more of the dance, the choreography, though I will not be dancing myself. So there's still a lot more on the cards.
Yeah, and so receiving this encore in this juncture, right, in your life, and receiving this, amazing accolade, really. What does it mean for you?
I mean, to start off with, is that these are theatre awards.
Yes.
And for a dancer to be recognized in this amazing category which is not contested.
Right.
Like other awards, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like other
exactly.
categories. So
Yeah.
again, already I'm walking in with like, hey, I don't have to be nervous about whether I'm going to win or not. It's already here.
Yeah.
But you know what is so special is that when I came here last year in October, the encore from the audience was already cementing the fact that
Yeah.
it's a win.
Yeah.
You know, I won the hearts of the audience, and
Yeah.
they gave it back straight back to me,
Absolutely.
and that was
Yeah.
already an award.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to be respected in that way, to be welcomed and appreciated in such an amazing way, was already for me an award.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was here for that show, you know, and I remember people walking out of the theater like with tears in their eyes.
Yeah.
So, like your contribution to, the cultural landscape of South Africa is immense, you know, and I think that this award is a way for us to say to you that we hope that you know that we know, right?
Yeah.
That the work that you've done and the work that you continue to do, forms part of the cultural landscape of South Africa.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the awards are a toast. So, and I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that I can be toasted. And I appreciate the fact that I can be acknowledged. I appreciate the fact that I can be here.
Yes.
And celebrate
Yes.
with everyone else.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Congratulations to you, and I look forward to many of your other things that you will do in the future. And speaking of that, is there something that is in the horizon that we can look forward to or
Yeah, I
look
think I
at and
spoke
think
a
about?
little bit about the film that I'm making.
Yes.
And I'm also writing my third book, which is for middle grade, because that was the missing link. I've got a children's book, I've got a young adult book, but I don't have a middle grade book. So I'm
Yeah.
writing that at the moment, and I'm creating a new piece, Genesis, which will premiere in 2025 in Europe.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's already work that is aligned
Yeah.
with the vision of my retirement.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the name of the work is Genesis.
Genesis.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's the beginning of time.
Uh-huh.
I really feel like as a human species, we've been going through so many challenges. I mean,
Yeah.
the challenges that we're facing are astronomical, And I feel like sometimes we need to take a pause, take a moment to
And think about the beginning.
and reverse the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And see where exactly did we go wrong.
Yeah.
And if we can restart
Yes.
on a new slate,
Yeah.
new ambitions, new vision.
Yeah.
I hope that can somehow inspire us to kind of think of our actions
Yeah.
in terms of how we treat each other,
Yeah.
the wars that we always are faced with,
Right.
and how humanity has been removed
Yeah.
in all of this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on a personal note, one of my favorite pieces of yours is Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And I remember when I saw that, I was incredibly moved by it. So I wish you everything of the best, and may you have an incredible night, and may you bask in your award
Thank
and
you so
absolutely
much.
enjoy tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm excited
Yeah.
to be here.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very lovely to meet you.
Yeah. Love it.
Hello, Lara. Lara is the CEO of the Baxter, which is hosting the awards this year. We just wanted to, for you, if you have any words for the nominees and everybody who's here tonight.
Well, first of all, welcome to everyone, and thank you to Heineken Beverages and Fleur. This is like very, very exciting. We have a very strong year of nominees.
Absolutely.
I feel very sorry for the judges. And go well to everyone, and I hope everyone is happy with all the awards.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lara.
Thank you for being
here. We
here.
look forward to a wonderful, wonderful night of celebrating theatre.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Baxter Theatre.
Hi, Brittany Smith.
Hello.
Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, Brittany.
Brittany Smith. Okay, so congratulations for your nominations tonight. So
Thank you.
Brittany is nominated for 2 awards in 2 extraordinary categories, right? One in opera and one for a musical.
Musical, yeah.
Because you were very busy last year.
Yes, I was, and I continue to be very busy.
Yes.
It's a massive privilege for me. When I saw my name on the list of nominees, I dropped my phone and I was like, no, I didn't see that. That wasn't right. And then I looked again and then I started crying like a little child because I was just like, look, my hard work is being recognized. And, you know, it's such an exhilarating feeling seeing your name there along with so many other, you know, singers and actors of such a high caliber.
Right. So I'm incredibly talented people, like talent,
yes.
talent, right?
Definitely.
In there. So one of the things that were the debate, as it were, of the, you know, when we were thinking about, you know, these categories and them being announced is how these 2 categories are quite different. Right?
Quite.
I mean, you're nominated for opera in the one end, and then the other is you know, like a musical, right?
Yeah,
which are different genres of music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said to me, they're like, how did you manage to pull both of them off? And I said, only God knows, because I must be crazy enough to do something like that.
Right.
But it was incredible for me as an artist to be able to partake in both an opera, which is my first love and my niche, and a musical, which is so close to my heart, because it taught me new things about myself. It taught me new things about the boundaries I could push as an actor, first and foremost, and then a singer. Because I mean, it takes a lot of acting to get through an entire musical. I take my hat off to people who do this, you know, as
on the
their
regular
daily job.
Right.
And I'm so privileged to be in my position to be able to you know, say, yes, I can jump out of my opera suit into a musical suit because I've fallen in love with that genre now as well. And, you know, I can't wait to see what the future holds for me, if it permits for me to, you know, partake in another musical again.
Right. I mean, it's super exciting. I mean, to think that you can actually jump from the one into the other. And then, but I mean, and then be recognized, right?
Yeah.
For being in both of them. And
That's it.
Actually, right?
The recognition.
That you're doing an amazing job in the one
you.
and you're actually moving into the other and doing a great job there too. Tell us a little bit about your preparations, if you just a little.
For an opera, it's usually, you know, translating the entire libretto or script, as I can say, from either Italian, French, German, Russian, Czech into English, how I would speak it.
Yeah.
And then putting it into the poetic English and then singing it and then memorizing it and then acting it.
Yeah.
Acting it for me comes last.
That's a lot of work.
Exactly.
Right?
But for what I found in comparison with a musical is that you have to act from the get-go. It's so exposed, it's so open, it's so honest. And I think that is what made me think to myself, yes, this is a challenge, but yes, I want to actively pursue it and do it well. Because I mean, you've got people that have been doing this all their lives, and you're coming from another genre, sort of planting new seeds in a garden that has already sprouted.
So in some ways, you're making the category even more difficult.
Exactly, but I mean, I think that is what it takes to be a thespian, a well-rounded thespian. You must be able to do everything and anything.
Yeah.
And I'm very fortunate to have the team that I have backing me behind. Apart from the love of my life, my parents, especially my mum, who praised me through everything. I'm very fortunate, and I think that for me, in terms of preparation, is what gets me through everything.
Yeah. So, of course, you were excited. You're probably excited for the category that you are in. Well, actually, no, categories that you are in. But do you have a different category that you're looking forward to, or you have people that you're rooting for?
I am. I'm rooting specifically for Leah Mari, who was my alternate Maria. I really hope that she gets the Young Student Achiever Award, because she's an incredible singer and performer. And yeah, that's the one other one that I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah.
Apart from Best Production.
Of course, you would be invested in that one too. It's interesting that you mentioned the best, the student prize, because I mean it's one of the most exciting prizes, I think, of the night. I think alongside best production, and it's usually in the last couple of years it's been one of the longer lists, right, of the nominations, and interestingly enough, that category is one of the first ones for tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like you are looking forward to it. And so when you were busy in schooling and production, did you look forward to that? Think about that particular nomination?
What do you mean in terms of
the student one?
Excuse me?
The student one.
Oh, the student one. When it came out during COVID, I think I speak under correction. It came out during COVID. I was like, yes. Finally, they are looking at students who are making their way into the industry.
Right.
And I'm so happy that there is a category for that, so that it can push the younger generation to do better.
To aspire for more.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So I'm really glad that there's such a vast majority of different talent in that little pool.
Yeah, and from different spaces around the city. Yeah, so it's actually literally the first category tonight.
Yes.
So I think you should make your way into the auditorium, and then we can enjoy the 59th Fleur Theatre Awards. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
And food time is one of the issues now. We can be really active and I sort of do myself more and more think about it. And then I just relax. There won't be any kind of issue of my own. And she's concerned because they'll be dreadfully bored. So I said, no, all I can tell you is they're very variable. We've been to some absolutely brilliant ones and some difficult ones. And all of them are really interesting discussions, not all the same, high football and it's not by definition boring.
You have a point, yeah, and it used to be
we met on the mountain? Yes. Yes, I remember. Back to Copenhagen from Switzerland tonight.
coffee does sound like that. It's like 3 in the morning. Lights out. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the 59th Fleur Theatre Awards, sponsored by Heineken Beverages.
The Lady Day Big Band, ladies and gentlemen. They are absolutely amazing. A very good evening and welcome to the 59th Fleur Cup Theatre Awards, sponsored by Heineken Beverages. My name is Africa Melane, and it is my joy and pleasure to be back here at the Baxter for the first time since 2,191 days ago. It was on the 18th of March in 2018 when we last held the awards here, and when we were meant to hold them here in March of 2020, that week, the President Cyril Ramaphosa decided to shut us all down for COVID. In 2018, on this day, the President of the United States was still Donald Trump. And how scary is it that he might be returning in November? The then former President Jacob Zuma had been ousted in a falling out with his love affair with the ANC. And of course, then we had 114 productions that the panel of judges had seen that year. We fast forward to 2024. And today we are here, firstly, to celebrate you and to say thank you for your incredible effort and your unbelievable ingenuity and creativity. We're here to celebrate the excellence in theatre, because we know that for some of you in the auditorium, this has been a difficult year. We've lost some loved ones, and some of you nominated today have taken that pain and turned it into art. So we are very, very grateful for that. Thank you very much for being here. We have a panel of 12 judges, don't play the video yet, that's not my cue, who in 2023 saw 66 productions that were eligible. Add to that the 8 productions for children and young adults that were seen by the sub-panel for children's theatre. And remember, those shows happen at 11 o'clock in the morning, eh? So we feel a bit of pain for them. There were 6 main stage operas that were considered by the opera sub-panel in 2023, and a staggering 54 productions featuring more than 150 students for the Most Promising Student Prize. So a round of applause, please, for those judges. It is not an easy task. It truly, truly isn't. We take our job very, very seriously. It is a job we get an honorarium for. We're not earning a salary. And I think we need to raise that point, because it means that people who commit to doing this are committing to serve you as a theatre sector. They're not doing it to earn a buck because they don't. They're doing it so that we can actually truly celebrate the best in the theatre. And on that note, can we play the video introducing you to the panel of judges for the year 2023?
The panel of judges are Africa Melane, Dr. Beverly Bromett, Hadley Titus, Dr. Lawando Scott, Mariana Malan, Marina Griebenow, Nordea van der Merwe, Gopoleng Malloy, Roxy Marosa, Sevenati Gubanga, Tracy Saunders, and Dr. Wayne Miller.
These are the men and women who set aside hours at a time in order to come and indulge and delight in the incredible theatre that you are producing. Sivanati, if I can have the screen back, please. Sivanati Gubanga was only on the sub-panel for student productions because, as you know, she is an actress who hopes to be on the stage one day and will remain on that student sub-panel. We're also sadly saying goodbye to 2 of our judges. Mariana Malan, after many, many, many years of dedication, has decided that she really wants to come to the theatre that she wants to see going forward. And we thank her very much, of course, for her efforts. And sadly, we also have to say goodbye to Marina Gribeno for this year. She has some personal matters that she has to attend to, so she's going to a farm in the Southern Cape, and hopefully we'll be able to welcome her back in the short while. Announcements will be made. Announcements will be made as to who may be replacing those judges in the near future. A couple of thank yous have to be made at this point, and I'd rather dispense with them now so that we don't have to worry about them at the end of the ceremony. Firstly, we did acknowledge the Lady Day Band who opened with us with great aplomb a moment ago. On the piano inside the foyer, we had the incredibly talented Henry Dyke. And on violin in the gardens was Rael Goodman. And of course, later we'll invite you to go back to the foyer after the ceremony to enjoy the incredible talents of Kujenga. They are really, if you don't know them. All right, so they are known. So I'm glad that it is a wonderful reception. We have heeded your call. The ceremony is going to be slightly different this year. Usually, we would award 3, 4, maybe 5 categories, and then an entertainment interlude would happen. It could be a little bit of dance, a little bit of singing, spoken word, whatever the case may be. You all said, all you want to know is who has won. And when you say that to Heineken Beverages, we listen. So what's going to happen in a few moments, we're going to start with the first and then go through all the 26 awards that we will be awarding today. Part of the objective, of course, is to get you back to the dinner and the beverages that you are enjoying. And part of the objective is to get you to reflecting and gossiping positively about the people who've been announced as winners. What we've also done this year, because when we went to Nederburg 2 years ago and Ode Libertas last year, we really wanted to include as much of the community as possible after 2.5 years of not being able to engage. And we would ask a guest presenter to come and present each award. Now, we've asked a limited number of guest presenters who are going to present a number of awards at a time so that we can be slightly more efficient. Which means when you are named as the winner of the category, we're going to ask you very nicely, not with haste, to make your way up the stairs. There are stairs on both sides. Wherever the guest presenter is reading your name, that's the microphone you go to. You'll be given a trophy. You can thank as many people as you like. Just don't take 34 seconds doing it. Nah. It still needs to be a ceremony. It still needs to be a celebration. We absolutely appreciate that. But we've introduced efficiencies because you have asked for it, so let's just be respectful of that. Today, of course, we're also awarding the 3 special recipients of the Innovation in Theatre Award, the Encore Award, and the Lifetime Achievement Award. And we're looking forward to celebrating with them. Are you ready for the first award? Come on, Cape Town, let me hear you. Are you ready for your first award? To help us with the first 4 awards, please welcome a man who's picked up multiple awards from this very stage for the Fleur Cup Theatre Awards in the past, Mr. Luanda Sindapi.
Hello, how are you? Yeah, you look so beautiful, guys. The category award are for most promising student, and the nominees are
Abigail Jones, University of Stellenbosch. Elissa van Rienen, ACT Cape Town. Angelique Vian Filter, University of Stellenbosch. Angelo Elton Berg, University of Stellenbosch. Asanele Ngowapi, Avda. Gianluca Gironi, Lambta. Liamari, Lambta. Nicola Viviers, University of Stellenbosch. Siamtanda Bangani, ACT Cape Town. Dumelo Mukhashwa, Lambta.
Yeah, ne? Yeah. The award for most promising student goes to Angelique Fion Filter.
Well, this is quite overwhelming. Thank you so much for this unbelievable honor. And thank you so much to everyone. I'm so blessed and grateful to have been carefully guided this far. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities I've had access to, for the mentors, for my lecturers, for my peers and my co-creators. And of course, my family, without whose unconditional love, none of this would be possible. And, you know, what a privilege to be able to do a degree where you can play. And yes, it excites me so much to see our community, our creative community in this country thriving and exploding and innovating in these challenging times. And I'm so grateful for opportunities like these where we can celebrate what we've worked so hard for. So thank you and congratulations.
Sawuxabisa ixesha ukuze nalo lisixabise. The category award for Best New South African Script, and the nominees are
Ayanda Kanopa Kabona Hans, Tiro's Tough Loop Testimony. Brent Palmer, King George. Damon Gulgett and Sylvain Strike, The Promise, on stage. Ricardo Aronsa, Die Halve Huis. Tisetso Mashifane Wanone, Dilela.
Aye, siyabetha. The award for Best New South African Script goes to Tisetso Mashifane Wanone.
The person who stands in front of you today is the product of a very, very big village. A village that could fill up this stage. I want to take this moment to thank so many people, starting from everybody who has bought a ticket to this show, who's given me a pat on the back, to anybody who's given me money to make this show. To anybody who's come to readings of my plays, I think it's a very important process to give a playwright some time to develop their works before they go on stage. I'd like to thank the cast of Delela. I think I'm nothing without my actors, Francis Sholto Douglas, Katlego Lebogang, Daniel Bonnie Newton, and Fazai Simango, and Dora Beth, the voice of Scarlett, if you watch this show. Thank you so much. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the cast of Sainthood, whose backs I stand on today. That is Callum, Mpumzi, Tevin, Adam, and Simpiwe. Those boys, those men brought me here today. I'd like to thank the National Arts Festival, the Baxter Theatre, Theatre Arts, and Woordfears for putting on this show and believing in it. And last but certainly not least, and I know he's watching, I'd like to thank my father. Yes. My father, Dr. Alex Mashifane. He is the man who's made me the woman that is standing in front of you today. I love him dearly. And I'd like to thank my little sister, Lesego Mashifane, who is here tonight supporting me. She's my best friend, thank you. And this is for all the dreamers. Thank you.
The next category award for Best New Director, and the nominees are
Amy Lecas, African Gothic, drama. Daniel Newton, The Rangers, drama. Jeff Brooker, Every Brilliant Thing, solo show. Jesse De Peven, Patisserie Femme, drama. Mfundo Zono, Tiro's Tough Loop Testimony, solo show.
Yeah. The award for Best New Director goes to Emily Lucas for African Gothic.
I came prepared rather because these moments are stuff that you dream about and you hope for, but it becomes overwhelming and then you just need that support. So allow me, first thing is to thank God for this opportunity and to Fleur Cup for this award. And tonight I realize even more that it takes a village to make something that's meaningful. I want to thank Caroline Colburn and Theatre Arts and her program, Emerging Directors. I want to thank Lara Foot and Baxter, Jefferson Jater, Skorkia, Niall van der Merwe, Frans, Celeste Weinenberg, Elton Landroos, Yamtanda. I want to thank Carly Heine, Fayrouz, Jeremiah, Warren Turner. I want to thank my learners for inspiring me to apply for this bursary. And then I want to thank all the drama teachers in the Western Cape for supporting me, my parents. And I want to thank Reza de Wet for writing something that you have to be brave to direct, actually. And then lastly, I want to thank my husband. Thank you for supporting me no matter what. Thank you.
And this one takes me back to one of my favorite and best teacher, Jenny Resnick. And the category for Best Children and Young People. And the nominees are
Pumpkin Finds a Kindness. The play, Bianca Flanders Bali. Surge, Magnet Theatre Youth Company. The King of Broken Things, Theatre Smiths.
And the award for children and young people goes to the Kingdom of Broken Things.
Wow, what an honor, what an honor. I'd just like to thank quickly...
Harry, Michael, the waiter.
Sorry. Heineken, the sponsors, the judges, thank you to your commitment to the arts. My fellow theatre smiths, it's a small theatre group that we have. It's Brian Hiles, Brennan Bunyan, Stephen Woodruff, and this amazing, beautiful actress, Cara Roberts. We wouldn't be standing here holding this amazing award if it wasn't for Sue Deepaveen and the Drama Factory. Thank you, Sue, for believing in me and for forcing us to come down to Cape Town and giving us a platform to present our show. And lastly, to my two sons, Eli and Micah, for teaching me how to see the world through new eyes. And through all of you, keep imagining, keep believing, keep dreaming. Thank you.
I love that. I love that very much. Keep imagining, keep dreaming. Because for some reason we forget to do so, right? Congratulations to all of the category winners so far. And thank you, of course, to Luanda. Before I introduce the next presenter, I know there are those of you in the house who cares about what's happening in the Premiership. Man United is playing Liverpool. And up until about 20 minutes ago, Man United was leading 1-0. But at halftime, Liverpool are up 2-1. I knew I ran the risk of losing half the room here. But anyway, here to pick us up once again, a man who picked up not one but two awards at this ceremony at Eau de Libertas last year. Please welcome the delightful, the incredibly talented Carla Daniels.
Thank you. Danke. I will be announcing the category of Best Performance in an Ensemble. And yeah, the nominees are...
My hart is 'n muurbal en ander gedagtes. Wynand Kotze en Wian Taljaard. Boucle T. Stefane, Oedipus at Colonus. #after Sophocles. Azola Mkabile. Mihlali Bele. Lindo Kuhle Melapi. Tabo Mkenene. Kuhle Mayataza. Nosipiwo Ndabene. Sepenati Sikwai. Wendy Mkhali. Molupi Lepeli. And Sipo Kalako. Of loss, handle with care. Awetu Kleli. Nolufefe Nchunche. Mpumzi Nonchenga. Lyle October and Tamsin Williams. Patisserie Femme Lipelo Matthews and Nomfundo Selepe.
It is a tough one. And the winner of the best performance by an ensemble is the cast of Oedipus at Colonus.
Yo. Yes, man. Hey, everyone. Yeah. I think we wanted this so much as a cast. We wanted this so much, man. And I'm glad that yeah. I'm glad that finally we got it. We would like to thank our management from Magnet Theatre Company. Mark Fleshman, Kondisa James, Neo, Temba. Now I'm gonna forget you because I'm so excited now. Guys, you can come here and thank whoever you want to thank.
Well done. Give them a round of applause. And well done, Magnet Theatre. So the next category is the best performance in a review, cabaret, or one-person show. And the nominees are...
Ayanda Kanoba Kabona Hans, Tiro's Tough Loop Testimony, Oncheputze, Tiro. Daniel Geddes, Cruz, Michael Spencer. Kim Blanche Adonis, My Fellow South Africans, Various Roles. Marlo Menar, Die Halve Huis, Bumper Janssen. Dr. Sue Pam Grant, Why Do Moths Fly Like Crazy Fucks in the Night? The Artist.
And the winner for the best performance in a review, cabaret, or one-person show is Marlo Menar.
Oh my goodness. For a moment I forgot that I was actually nominated. Thank you so much. I need to thank Heineken Beverages. I want to thank Car Festival. I want to thank Woordfees. I want to thank Zuid-Oosterfees. But I want to thank especially the Wave Theatre in Long Street for giving us that opportunity with virtually no budget at all to have a run in Cape Town. We are forever grateful for this. I want to thank Ricardo Arendse, without whom I would not be standing here tonight. Thank you so much for writing honest, for writing open, and for writing a story from Oudtshoorn that I could tell. And being an outsider coming into Cape Town and having to navigate my way through this tough journey, and Tonight it's beautiful seeing friends here, seeing people here that helped me along the way, that guided me along the way. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Leanne van Roy, who was the mothership of this production. Thank you so much. This one is for you. Yes, thank you so much for everyone. I'm forgetting people, but yeah, I'm grateful for this. It's a beautiful birthday present, so thank you so much.
Well, Marlo, you're obviously forcing us now to sing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Come on out here, Marlo. Marlo, come on out here and receive your birthday singing.
Tomorrow. Thank you so much.
We'll send you a clip of that and you can listen to it tomorrow when it's your actual birthday. Isn't it lovely today? Isn't it fun? Now, on to the first of the special awards for this evening. When one thinks of Delft, you think of hardship, you think of disease, you think of substance abuse, you think of danger, and you think of all the crime stats that are reported on a regular basis, as the police station in Delft does regularly feature in the top 10. But when I think of Delft, I think of this organization.
For their immense contribution to youth development at the crucial yet undervalued intersection of arts and culture. We applaud them for being a shining light in Delft since 2006. There, with limited resources but an abundance of commitment, train aspiring artists in their full-time youth development program, which includes participating in productions, community work, organized events, and visits to the theatre to expose the trainees to professional and community productions. We acknowledge that Rainbow Arts Organization not only creates artists, but also future leaders, as many of these trainees continuing careers in the creative industry, while for other graduates, their education in drama allows them to explore their emotions, express their creativity, and foster their empathy and critical thinking. We note that productions and festivals staged at the Delft Rent Office have ensured accessible and affordable performing arts and entertainment for the broader community, while showing how theatre can contribute to social awareness and debate, as well as the direction of South African theatre. We know that as long as the Rainbow Arts Organization continues thriving, there will always be a sustainable pot of creative gold off the R300. Long live this innovation.
And to help us celebrate the recipient of the Innovation in Theatre Award for this year, please welcome a previous winner of this award from Theatre Arts, Caroline Colburn.
I think it really must be acknowledged before I call Rainbow Arts Organization up onto the stage that to do this kind of work requires immense courage. It requires immense sacrifice on a personal level. It requires immense vision and fortitude. And so it was with huge respect that I call Rainbow Arts Organization up onto the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound gratitude and humility that Rainbow Arts Organization receives the esteemed award from Fleur, recognizing our unwavering commitment to positively impacting the youth of Delft. We express our deepest appreciation to the divine providence, uThixo, uQamata, God, for blessing us with strength, guidance, protection throughout our journey. Additionally, we pay tribute, Sibulele Kwabakamoya, the visionary behind Umhloli Kangabangana, Uluvuyo Gaji, whose spirit undoubtedly watches over us with pride. This accolade is dedicated to their memory. We extend heartfelt thanks to all who have contributed to our noble mission of nurturing the aspirations of Delft's youth. Your unwavering support is valued, and we welcome you all to consider Rainbow Arts Organization as your home. To our dedicated team, esteemed board members, committed facilitators, supportive parents, and aspiring trainees, we acknowledge and appreciate your invaluable contributions. We're profoundly grateful to our esteemed partners, generous funders, and compassionate donors for their steadfast support. Your contributions have been instrumental in our journey, and we recognize that our accomplishments would not have been possible without your unwavering commitment. In closing, we extend our sincerest gratitude to all who have played a part in our success. Last not least, thank you to Fleur team, judges. We are excited to recognize as a shining light of our community and the arts industry at large. Here to continuing to innovate, inspire, and uplift through the power of theatre. Long live Rainbow Arts Organization. Long live to our program, our culture, our nation in performing arts. One love. Thank you.
And may I extend an invitation to you to go and visit them at Delft Rent Office if you have not done so already. To sit in that rent office and listen, we must but it's worth it, and listen and see and feel the impact of the work that they do in that community. It is extraordinary. It is unbelievable. And they are certainly worthy recipients of the Innovation in Theatre Award for this year. And we are marching along. By now, we would have had 2 interludes, by the way, just to let you know. But we don't. Instead, we're going to be turning to musicals and music theatre shows. And to help us hand out those awards, who better than Anton Leiting and Dwayne Alexander?
Thanks, Africa. Good evening, everyone. It's a great privilege and a pleasure to be presenting these awards this evening, and it's even more thrilling to see how musical theatre, or that it is, alive and well in Cape Town.
Absolutely, and such a pleasure to be here with friends, colleagues, collaborators, co-workers. So it's just such a beautiful celebration. Let's get on with it. The category for Best Performance by Supporting Actor in a Musical or Musical Theatre Show. And the nominees are
Chad Bai, The Buddy Holly Story, Richie Valens, KDAV, Engineer, Gianluca Gironi, The Buddy Holly Story, Jerry Allison, Skuman Smith, The Sound of Music, France, William Berger, The Sound of Music, Max Detweiler, Zolani Shangase, We Will Rock You, Ensemble.
the award goes to William Berger.
Oh, thank God. I really worried this jacket would be too much. This moment really is so much bigger than I ever could have expected. Let me just keep it together for a second. This has been really one of the productions of my life and of my career. And I want to thank the Fleur Cup judges, first of all. I want to thank Cape Town Opera and Peter Turin Productions for this opportunity. And I would like to thank Magdalene Minard, the Artistic Director of Cape Town Opera, Alex Gabriel, the Managing Director of Cape Town Opera, and Stephen Stead, our Director. All three of these people I've known for more than 20 years. And to have the opportunity to create this character, this role in this show, with you, for you, has been the opportunity of a lifetime. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank our music director, who's not here, Kevin Clark, for just twinkling at me from the pit every night and keeping me in check. And when I wasn't ready for that big note at the end, he would just give me a look, and then we do it. Thank you, Kevin. And then from our cast, I would just like to mention two people, the two people that I spent, the two people that I spent every night on the terrace with. To our captain, the man who steered the ship of this production, Craig O'Barney, I love you. You are amazing. And to Nadia Bierkes, the best friend I never knew I needed so badly. Thank you very much. I love you both. That was the hard bit. I am still shaking. I just want to say in conclusion, 3 years ago, I find myself coming back to South Africa for unforeseen personal circumstances. And I want to thank every single person here and the greater performing arts community in South Africa and in Cape Town as a whole. You have given me a sense of belonging. You have welcomed me. You are the best family and community I could ever have hoped for. Thank you so much.
All right, the best performance by a lead actress in a musical or music theatre show, and the nominees are... Sorry.
Wrong envelope.
Wrong envelope.
Bethany Dixon, The Buddy Holly Story, Mary Lou Sokolov, V. Petty, Nadia Bierkes, The Sound of Music, Baroness Schreider, Nolutando Mili, Ziana, Grandmother, Sindiswa Ndlovu, The Buddy Holly Story, Marlena Madison, Shirley, Tankiso Mamabolo, Ziana, Mother.
Right, we have the right envelope this time. It's not the right envelope.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
I think what we're going to do is play the audiovisual that announces the winner, because clearly that envelope has gone missing. And I promise you, KPMG was not involved in the auditing of this one.
I promise I'm not copying William. I'm genuinely emotional. Yo, I've been nominated for this category many times, Bandase. Firstly, before I thank everyone, this is a very significant moment for me. I would like to dedicate this award to every single artist who struggles with mental health. Because I did not think I would be here today. And I would like to thank the community that I have made in Cape Town. I would not be here if it weren't for these people. I'd like to thank the Fleur Cup judges. I'd like to thank Unwabi Saplaki, who is an incredibly brave writer and director. I'd like to thank the Baxter Theatre, which has been my home for so long. People see me hanging out here during the week and they ask me what I'm doing, and I'm like, where else am I supposed to be? This place is a place that welcomes young artists with such love and acceptance. Thank you to Lara Foote. Thank you to even the front of house staff know me and they offer me savannas, and I feel you guys for that. I would like to thank the cast of Ziana, Tyrish, Awetu, Zimbini, Tandeka Mfinyongo. I'd like to thank Caroline for theatre arts. I would like to thank Ufaniswa, who has been such a support system for me. And I'd like to thank Jenny Resnick, because when I was in UCT, one day she made us plank, and I didn't want to plank, so I lay flat on my stomach. And then Jenny said to the rest of the class, if I don't plank, they're going to stay in those positions. And then everyone yelled at me and threatened my life. And then I planked, and I think that taught me the power of community, because we planked, and we're still planking. So, thank you.
Okay, the best performance by a lead actor in a musical or music theatre show. The nominees are
Craig Urbani, The Sound of Music, Captain Von Trapp. Craig Urbani, We Will Rock You, Khashoggi. Jethro Tate, The Buddy Holly Story, Buddy Holly. Stuart Brown, We Will Rock You, Galileo. Tian Reutenbach, We Will Rock You, Buddy.
And the Fleur de Cup goes to Stuart Brown.
I know Stuart here this evening. He is on stage performing in Mamma Mia as we speak, but I do believe his parents are here to accept on his behalf, and I believe he sent a video. Roll tape.
Sorry, I don't do this. Stuart does this. So there are some, if you looked at Stuart 10 years ago, he wouldn't be there. Thank you to his high school, his mentors through his life, and then to Anton and Dwayne who have brought him to this point of, oh my God.
Right. And that brings us to Best Performance by a Lead Actress in a Musical or Musical Theatre Show. And the nominees are...
Awetu Hleli, Ziana, Diana. Brittany Smith, The Sound of Music, Maria Reina. Kerry Hiles, A Star is Born, The Rise and Fall of Judy Garland, narrator. Londiwe Dlomo, We Will Rock You, Killer Queen. Nicolette Fernandez, We Will Rock You, Scaramouche.
And the Fleur de Cap goes to... Brittany Smith.
Yo. My makeup. Thank you, Fleur du Cap, for acknowledging my hard work. Thank you to, get yourself together, Peter Turin Productions, Mr. Turin. Thank you to Alex and Magdalene Minnar, our general manager and our artistic manager from Cape Town Opera. Liffy, thank you for your support, your kind words, late nights and understanding. Then I want to dedicate this award to my mommy and my daddy, who both beat cancer in the space of 5 years. And without them, their love and support, I would not be here today. Thank you, dear Lord Jesus. And then a special thank you to the Sound of Music cast, Dwayne, especially to you for your patience with my choreography and my 2 left feet. But I want to, ek wil iemand uitsonder, what is that in English? That one. I don't want to call her my alternate because she was the Maria for me. Leah Mari. I could not have done this without your inspiring buzz of energy, your positivity. You taught me so much about acting and about being a real performer. And the world better watch out for her because she's coming. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I suppose it is the emotion that you're seeing on stage that really makes us appreciate for a second the amount of sacrifice that goes into the performances. So thank you very much and congratulations to all of the winners. It's lovely to know that there are some people who are not here, who are not able to come and collect their awards because they are working. I was working out some numbers. So out of the 66 productions that qualified, just the 66 productions, not the opera, not the children's theatre, none of that, more than 800 people were employed by the sector in 2023. Yes, of course you can do more, without a doubt. More can be done. But remember, this is a sector that is still recovering from the devastation of the pandemic. This is a sector that is relying on budgets that are forever dwindling from any sector, be it public or private, and yet you guys are doing it every day. And that is something to be applauded. So a round of applause for all of you, please. Sadly, it is that time of the evening when we do have to remember those who have passed. Some of them, our parents, our friends, our colleagues, our partners, our lovers, or just simply people who we have admired. There are those of you in the audience who are going to be seeing pictures of your loved ones on screen today. Please know that our thoughts and our prayers are with you. Please welcome Cape Town Opera to help us reflect on those who have passed.
Usale
Round of applause, please, for Cape Town Opera. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And is it in Act 5 from Hamlet where they say, may flights of angels sing them to their rest? I paraphrase that a bit. We will never forget them. Absolutely not. And for those of you in the auditorium who had people who are beloved to you on that screen, please accept our condolences, and their memories will live with us forever. Thank you very much. Now, that's such a horrible segue. Now, to the technical awards for this evening. And here to present all 5 of those technical awards, please welcome the incredibly talented, unbelievably amazing Roshina Rothman.
Good evening. In the category of Best Puppetry Design, the nominees are
Janny Young, Hamlet. Luyanda Nogodluana Matreke. This work is not for yourselves.
And the winner is Luyanda Nogodluana Matreke.
Hello, beautiful people. What a honor to be here. Wow. Spoken, you should have said, not to Luyanda, I'll go and attend design nominees. But thank you, I'll give it to our matriosh.
Thank you, everyone. I just want to say thank to Handspring Puppet Company, Basil and Adrian. And thank you to Humanities and Research at the University of Western Cape, as we are artists and residents and the fellows at the University of Western Cape. And we are Ukwanda and Puppet Art Design Art Collective. And thanks to everyone, Craig Lee, there's many more that I can mention. We've been having so much mentors. We come a long way. And this is huge for us as Ukwanda Puppet Art and Design Art Collective. I don't know what to say, I'm fumbling. But, yeah. And we are dedicating this award to Ngitile Daki, one of us who was murdered in Delft, who was shot to death. So this is for you, Ned, where you are.
Long live for the puppetry, long live.
And in the next category of Best Lighting Design, the nominees are
Jane Gosnell, Cruise. Joshua Lindberg, The Promise, on stage. Nicolaas de Jong, die filmstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston. Temba Stewart and Mark Fleischman, Oedipus at Colonus, #after Sophocles. Wolf Brits, Die Moeder.
And the winner of Best Lighting Design is Nicolaas de Jong.
one person I need to thank for this prize, Martinez Basson. Thank you for producing this show on your own financial terms, giving the money for it. Thank you so much for creating this playground for me to play in and create lives. And then also thank you to my mom and my dad. They're here. Thank you for your unconditional support in everything I do. Thank you so much. Dankie, Hendrik.
And the next category is a very important one. It's the world that we live in when we exist on stage. It's Best Set Design. And the nominees for this are...
Berry LaRue, Die Moeder. Dennis Hutchinson, The Sound of Music. Joshua Lindberg, The Promise, On Stage. Marcel Meyer, Hamlet. Martinez Basson, die felomstrede kroon van Edward II in Galveston.
And the winner for Best Set Design is Joshua Lindberg.
But not just this. What's also really nice is I grew up in. I was just doing this. Is to be here tonight in amongst this community. I'm a Liverpool supporter, so it was nice to hear the score. But usually in sporting environments, you hear this kind of support, but only for one team or from one side of the stadium. In this theatre tonight, what's been really cool to witness is this universal support for this industry and everybody that's been nominated again and again and again. So tonight does feel a little bit like an opening night, and that's because it definitely means something, and this does. So thank you, Fleur. And I remember the first call I got from Sylvain, and I was driving, and I took a long route, which is not hard to do in Cape Town because it's so beautiful. And we were talking, and she made this offer just to check out dates and so on. And then when she told me more about it, it was an easy yes. Then I read this beautiful, beautiful book, Damon, and the words just simply jumped off the page and into the set, and into the lighting design, and into everything that this beautiful company created on stage. When we were in workshop, and thank you to the producers at that point, I must say, Derek's here, not just for making this possible, but for the gift of time to work together with this incredible ensemble of a creative team, not only actors. I started by folding up a piece of paper, sitting at my daughter's desk, believe it or not, to design it whilst reading, Damon's beautiful words. And that piece of paper, I think still has, because I gave it to her on opening night. It's an origami. It became an origami kind of bird, which became the set, which became this playground for the actors to work on, and they brought it to life in ways I hadn't even thought of. So thank you for that, guys. And I believe some of them still walk at a little sideways angle like this. It felt like a masterclass in that time of those workshops because of this incredible creative team that was involved with this, with Natalie, Charles, the team backstage it was part of the onstage environment, and I think that's also been celebrated here tonight, but in particular in this production, so beautifully, this company that has so much love around it forever. And in particular, I think my dad is watching online. I want to thank my mom and dad for the most privileged upbringing, which was to grow up in theaters, including this one, as playgrounds and making me carry parkans and sets around before they gave me dinner. And mostly for introducing me to the most wonderful people. So my beautiful wife, Sarada, and our 2 children, Shaya and Zaria, for just, always believing and then coming to play on these in the playgrounds we create.
Lower this slightly. I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Another important category is the next category, which is Best Costume Design. And the nominees for Best Costume Design are
Craig Leo, Oedipus at Colonus, #after Sophocles. Marcel Meyer, Hamlet. Martinus Passon, die filmstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston. Micheline Wessels, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Sarah McCarday, We Will Rock You.
And the winner for Best Costume Design is Martinus Besson.
I did make an effort tonight. Trust me. This was brown last night. I dyed it. I thought it might look better. Okay. There's not much to say. There were costumes. It was immensely difficult finding material, let me trust you. I was scouring the internet. I got very excited. I got one piece of cloth that looked as if a suit would look good with that material. And I saw it was 1,800 per meter. And then I realized, oh fuck, that's dollars. So frankly, it was made of plastic. It fell to pieces. I had some costumes remade 3 times. So where's our fabric industry? Oh my God, it would be nice to go into a shop and find stuff. So thank you very much.
And another world creator is the category of Best Sound Design. For Best Sound Design, Original Music, Soundscape, or Live Performance, the nominees are
Charles Johan Lingenfelder, The Promise, on stage, sound design and original score. David Wolfswinkel, die felomstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston, sound design. Loki Rothman, Die Moeder, soundtrack. Naomi Yanga, Oedipus at Colonus, #after Sophocles, soundscape. Zimbini Makwetu, Ziana, original music.
And the winner is Charles Johan Lingenfelder.
I'm going to be reading for a message from Charles. He knows this is my greatest fear, but I love him, so I'm here. Thank you. Thank you, Fleur Cup judging panel and the sponsors. Thank you, our producer, Derek Lubner, for enabling the massive undertaking. Thank you for Damon, for The Promise. First, you touched the world with your book, and now you and Sylvain are enriching a whole new audience's lives with this play. Thank you, Sylvain, for asking me to go on this journey and allowing me to play and never saying no to anything, no matter how outlandish. Thank you, Kirsten, Natalie, Penny, for constantly inspiring me with your contributions, suggestions, and support. Thank you for Josh for your perfect set and lighting, and together with Garen for bringing vision to my scribbles on a piece of paper for a new musical instrument. Thank you to the entire technical team, Kayla, Lamont, Kieran, Melissa, David, and Aki Khan. Sound in theatre can only be as good as the execution thereof. Your technical prowess was matched every step of the way by your artistic integrity and passion for the work. Theatre is a team sport, and we were lucky to have a full Springbok team of players on the stage. Whether it was Santane providing footsteps for Jane on the copy, Frank for being the speaker for Kate's squeaky sneaker, Sando for orchestrating an entire dinner scene, Jenny and Kate singing an 80s jingle, the entire team being a vacuum cleaner or a skulker foxes, or recreating the 1995 World Cup final. You never dropped the ball. You made my work easy. And thank you to the audience who came out and showed us that you were ready to be challenged by new theatre. I hope Raymond didn't stutter too much. Please give him a nice round of applause.
I thought I was tall. Charles Johan is performing. He is conducting the band for Mamma Mia, which is showing at the Artscape for those who have not seen it yet. Congratulations, of course, to all of the winners of the technical awards. And I couldn't agree more with Martinez regarding the rag trade. There was a time when Cape Town and Durban literally produced some of the best material the world ever. Can we just get back to that, please, so that we can start producing? All right, on now to our second special award for this evening. It was actually on this very stage when the young man who only turned 50 came up with the most magnificent dance production I must admit I have seen, paying homage to his ancestry, to his heritage, to his humanity, and quite frankly, to all of us. And it all happened here. This is the recipient of the Encore Award for 2024.
The Encore Award goes to Gregory Vuyani Makoma, who, on the occasion of his 50th birthday and retirement from dancing, bade us farewell with his critically acclaimed solo work, Exit, Exist, showed that his impact as an iconic figure in South African and international dance transcends mere virtuosity. We applaud as he gracefully steps away from the stage and acknowledge the indelible mark he is leaving on our cultural and artistic landscape. We recognize that not only is he a gifted storyteller, but a crucial catalyst for change, weaving narratives that resonate deeply, capturing the zeitgeist and sparking conversations. His work, ranging from the personal to political, probing and exploring themes of land, identity, and legacy, challenging established structures and continually pushing boundaries. We applaud Exit, Exist, in which he masterfully integrates contemporary dance with indigenous movement, creating a unique vocabulary that is both deeply personal and universally compelling, leaving his audiences profoundly moved and questioning their own narratives. We salute you, Maestro Gregory Vuyani Makoma, knowing that your indomitable spirit and extraordinary gifts will continue to propel the arts forward and inspire generations to come.
And to help us with handing over this award, please welcome the incomparable Jay Patha.
You're going to have to do that all over again. I am so deeply humbled to present this award. I've known Gregory for such a long time, and as we know, and as we've seen in the last few months, South Africa does social justice pretty well. but someone who turns this into a sublime and poetic experience that makes discomfort palpable and indeed makes us all, whatever our background is, makes fragmented history welcoming and deeply, deeply spiritual and engaging, is someone who is also very modest about what he does and does this with a fierce but a quiet passion. I am deeply humbled to call on stage Gregory Macron.
Whoa, okay, yeah. Firstly, thank you, Ukamata. And Kamako. Emachaweni. It was on this very stage in October, exactly a week before I was celebrating my birthday in Johannesburg, that I left my soul on the floor. But what was deeply humbling and moving was how the audience just picked it all up and packaged it back and sent it to me with song. It was the most incredible thing to witness in my 34 years of performing. To be acknowledged immediately with immense power and gratitude from an audience, because we're always giving as artists, and to be given back was extraordinary. It was the beginning of the journey to here. So thank you, audiences in Cape Town and all over the world who have warmed up to the idea of Exit Exist, because it's extremely personal. And we can be very much subjective in such work and alienate an audience completely. But to have an audience that moves with you, that understands you, that understands the call and act upon it by being with you, it felt like a congregation, felt like church. So thank you for giving me that gift of knowing that dance can transform a lot of us, not only spaces. I want to thank Baxter Theatre for warming up to that idea of inviting Exit Exist on the stage. It was very intentional to bow with that work, because it was not only saying thank you to the audience, to the spaces that made me, but it was to say thank you to my ancestral lineage. Firstly, for fighting and not giving up on the idea of freedom. It is the freedom that we still continue to fight for, because it's not completely given. The work that we do confronts. And I hope that continuing on this journey, since the world is slowly moving, actually fast moving to the right, there's a lot of right-wing mentality that is brewing around the globe. We've got to be cognizant as artists. We've got to continue to fight for that, for these injustices. We've got to continue to call upon the ceasefire in Israel. We have to continue to call for the senseless killings that continue to destroy humanity. Again, history repeats itself. And I ask, what have we learned from the past? So I hope that this week, from the 21st to the 23rd, there will be another work of mine on this stage without me. Sion Requiem of Ravel's Bolero. Again, calls for us to take a moment to pause, to remember those who have sacrificed their lives and they've never received justice. How can we come together again and congregate to allow grief to be the turning point for us to be inspired again to know that we've got to continue to fight for what is right in our country. Thank you to my partner, Khopolo, who's here tonight. Your love and support has allowed me to be me. Often we're so much involved in our work, in what we do, and we forget about ourselves. And when you said to me, be the best version of you, and I'm only here to support, that changed everything. Thank you very much.
Tamagu Vuyani, and certainly most deserved. Another round of applause, please, for the recipients of our Encore Award. The date is the 21st of March, and the stage will be right this one. Now, to opera. South Africa has been endowed with some of the best talent as far as opera is concerned. And we are lucky enough not only to have some of the best schools teaching opera singers, but we've got companies that are mounting fantastic work on stage for us to delight in and to enjoy. Now it's time to enjoy and reward excellence in the performance of opera, and who better than to help us? The divine diva herself, Aviva Palom. Wait. Back. Okay, good, Alex.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure to be presenting the Opera Awards. There were several decades when opera wasn't included, and it's amazing to have it recognized and acknowledged in the last few years. So the category for Best Performance in an Opera by a Male. The nominees are
Conroy Scott, Tosca, Baron Scarpia. Levi Sechapane, The Pearlfishers, Nadir. Lucanio Moyake, La Traviata, Alfredo Gemont. Lucanio Moyake, Tosca, Mario Cavaradossi. Luvo Maranti, The Tales of Hoffman.
And the award goes to Lucanio Moyake.
Yeah, I didn't prepare anything because I thought I'm not going to win this because everyone was the best. But I would like to thank first my wife, Cape Town Opera, Magdalene, and Alex for trusting me to do the job. And my colleagues, Conroy, Nobulumko. Yeah, we did the job. Thank you.
The next category is Best Performance in an Opera by a Female. And the nominees are
Brittany Smith, La Traviata, Violetta Valeri, Janelle Fasaghi, Sendrilon, Magilon, Molly Zangare, The Tales of Hoffman, Giulietta, Nobulumko Mkreza, Tosca, Floria Tosca, Setsuane, Janet Ntseki, Lingano Felice, Isabella.
And the winner is Nobulunko Mkreza.
I have to do this. Omfeno liso jamba somsutho cansi. Osanzanza obtsolo bendoka. Ongwevu ondlovu ondaba. Emacwegeni. Tsamako. To my husband, I appreciate you. You are the only one that gets to experience me bringing characters back home. Thank you. To Cape Town Opera, thank you for trusting me. Magdalene Menar, thank you for trusting me. Fleur de Cap, thank you so much. I'm not a person of many words. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, if you didn't see that Tosca, Nobulumko was at some point on her back, under the table, singing, plotting as any good soprano should, how the hell she's going to kill this bastard of a man that has just done the most unthinkable to him. So really, most deserved. Congratulations to our winners. And when we tell the story of opera in South Africa, many chapters, many chapters would include the story of our recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award today.
The Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Angelo Gobato for his momentous contribution to opera in South Africa over many decades as a singer, director, administrator, and educator, as well as deliverer of and mentor to our exceptional operatic talent. We gratefully acknowledge the loving support of his parents, Giuseppe and Evelina Gobato, who nurtured his evident musical talent, creativity and passion for performing, and his many teachers and colleagues who ensured a solid bedrock to his varied career, and with whom he forged enduring relationships over their shared love for this most complete of all art forms. We express our admiration for his unfailing instinct for the dramatic integrity and truth required by every opera, and his insistence, when directing, that singers recreate it on stage with absolute accuracy and authenticity. Think, act, speak. As he sincerely believed, opera is not only a specialized brand of vocal music, but also one of theatrical performance. We salute and honor him for his selfless activism and determined efforts to ensure a future for opera and opera singers in this country, and for his vision and insight to know that it could only be achieved by including singers who had previously been excluded on the grounds of their skin color, not their talent and ability. Grazie e bravo, Angelo.
Please welcome back the divine diva herself, Aviva Pelham, to help us with this award. And of course, members of the Cape Town Opera Chorus.
It is my supreme privilege to present a Lifetime Achievement Award at the tip of Africa to a giant in opera, my mentor, colleague, and treasured friend, Emeritus Professor Angelo Gobato.
What can one say? I'm still alive to be able to receive this award. Not happily alive, as you can see. Struggling a bit with my legs, struggling a lot with my voice. I began as a singer, and I began at the age of 3, thinking that God had made one good thing in this world, which is called opera. And not many people shared that conviction. And I was extremely fortunate in receiving the support of so many people, whether they be politicians of the past, of the recent past, of the present, one hopes, and the support of our audiences in being able to put or help put such wonderful singers on our stages. And that has always given me the greatest of pleasures. And I'm an only child and unmarried, and it was wonderful to have so many grandchildren and great-grandchildren around singing my praises and filling my dreams with this most wonderful form of music drama. And all I can say is thanks, Fleur de Cap, for remembering that I still exist. Sometimes I wonder, you know, when one lives on one's own, one feels that the days are very long. So one thanks the technical devices that permit me to listen and watch all these crazy new productions When I was born, opera was quite straightforward. People walked onto the stage, stood there, and made wonderful noises. These days, people are asked to sit under tables and sing and fork porks on the stage while they are busy singing Tosca. But it all remains absolutely wonderful music. So may you please go on enjoying this wonderful art form. And thanks to all my colleagues for continuing to believe in it and continuing to make such wonderful music, both with Cape Town Opera, who has done so much work to get me nominated for this in the first place, and the Cape Town Opera School, which has been my home for many, many years, and this theatre, which saw so many of my productions. Pretty Yende made her debut in this theatre, dancing in the chorus and singing in the chorus of Bartered Bride. I think that was the first thing that she did in Cape Town, and she was stunning even then. May she continue to fly as far as her wings can take her, and to continue delighting the world with her talent. And may she be followed by many of the others that we see growing around us. Enough. Thank you. Thank you.
A round of applause, please, for the maestro himself, Professor Angelo Gobato. We are so grateful to him, absolutely grateful. All right, on to the business end. Only 6 more awards to go, and to help us with the next 4, please welcome a recipient of the Fleur Cup Theatre Awards, not once, but twice in my memory, could be more. I seem to remember her thanking another set of awards at Eau de Libertas last year when she was named Best Actress. The delightful, the incredibly talented Mwenya Kwabe.
I'm not going to live that down for a while, it seems. It is my pleasure and my privilege to present the next few awards, starting with the Best Performance by a Supporting Actor in a Play. And the nominees are...
Andre Roodman, die velomstrede kroon van Edward II in Galveston, O Koning, O Mortimer. Mark Eldekin, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Bottom. Siamtanda Sinani, Hamlet, Hamlet, Laertes. Sven Rygrok, The Beauty Queen of Lenain, Ray Dooley. Wilhelm van der Walt, Die velomstrede kroon van Edward II in Galveston, Jong Mortimer.
And the award for the Best Performance by a Supporting Actor in a Play goes to Mark Eldekin.
This feels like I'm doing a self-tape. And that you're all going to be watching it going, it's not very good. Bad acting. I'm currently in Johannesburg doing a play, and they're big fans of the Sunday matinee here. So I couldn't get to Cape Town in time. Thank you very much, Fleur de Cup. Thank you, Heineken. A very big thank you to everybody involved in A Midsummer Night's Dream. We had a wonderful time, both at Maynardville and at Ode Libertas. So thank you very much to VR Theatrical for putting it together, and for Jeff Highland for directing us so magnificently. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and thank you very, very much.
Congratulations, congratulations to Mark. The next award is for the best performance by a supporting actress in a play. And the nominees are
Jennifer Steyn, the beauty queen of Lenan, Mag Folan. Jenny Stead, The Promise, on stage, Astrid Swart and other roles. Kate Normington, The Promise, on stage, Rachel Swart and other roles. Tisetso Mashifane Wanone Delela, production technician. Wendy Mahale, Hamba Nam Ndipeleke Blaze.
And the award for the best performance by a supporting actress in a play goes to Jennifer Steyn.
So The Beauty Queen of Lenan was about a mother and daughter in this little house on a hill in Ireland, in a little tiny town. And they are stuck. They are just stuck. They are stuck in their relationship. They are stuck politically. They are stuck culturally. They are stuck economically. And so I've decided that I will put this on my mantelpiece in the hope that as an artist I will not be stuck, and that I will learn and remind myself to pull the carpet out from underneath myself and upend my ideas about other things and other people and other places, and that I will, God willing, allow myself to question what I imagine is true, so that I keep my heart open, because Mag ended up dead. And I hope that we as artists here embrace that privilege that we have, that we can really, we can just do it the way we want to, and we can question as much as we like. So I have to thank the Fleur de Cups, my director Charmaine, my set designer, the set designer Greg, Dennis for the lighting, my fellow actors Julianne, Sven and Brian, because, you know, we make that family thing, and to How Now Brown Cow, who are a production company with enormous integrity and kindness and care. If you get offered a job by them, take it. And my husband said I didn't have to thank him, but Nikki, I'm going to thank you, love, because and I usually forget somebody like really important. The theatres that we perform in, the theatre on the square and the Baxter that we performed in here, to the audiences, of course, and yeah, that's it, I think. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for the time that I could speak. Thank you.
Okay. The next category is for the best performance by a lead actor in a play. And the nominees are
Andrew Buckland, Oedipus at Colonus, #After Sophocles, Oedipus. Brent Palmer, King George, George Megalos. Edwin van der Walt, die fel omstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston, Edward II. Rob van Vieren, The Promise, On Stage, Anton Swart and other roles. Stefan Erasmus, Orphans, Philip.
the award for the best performance by a lead actor in a play goes to Brent Palmer.
Thank you so much, everybody. This feels huge. This is what an incredible feeling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Earlier, as we were watching the other winners on stage, my wife said, I like it when people say just a little bit extra, that they don't just thank and then leave. And I thought, well, I'd take that opportunity to perhaps linger here for a while longer. I think that I'll just start by saying that, King George is an independent theatre production, so, we do this on our own dime, and you get the collaboration together and you call up people for favors. And I feel so blessed that over the last sort of 20 years that, you once built some kind of relationship with people and you can call up, and there's just such an incredible amount of generosity from people. I don't have a lot of reasons. Will you come on board to direct or to design, or will you help market this piece for me? And just the level of goodwill out there is absolutely incredible, and I feel really blessed for that. I want to thank Adrian Collins, the director of King George. I want to thank Clyde Burning for his incredible role in this play. Luke Ellenbergen for marketing this play for us. Thank you so much. Greg Carvelis, who's in Cape Town but sits in Berlin, who was giving me advice on WhatsApp. Such an incredible feeling to feel part of it. And for a lighty like me who, grew up in Lotus River Grassy Park as an only child, and to now be here at the Baxter achieving a Best Actor award feels like magic. It really does feel like some kind of magic, just the opportunity to play a character and to transform. And then to be recognized for that, that is so big, and I can't tell you how grateful I feel for that. And I want to thank my wife, Leslie Palmer, sitting over there, she's an incredible therapist, play therapist, drama therapist. And when I had my stuck points with George, who's this shadowy, dark, toxic character, and I had anxiety on a block, she sat me down one day on our carpet in our room, and she did a process with me. And when the tears started flowing down my face, I knew that the production was going to fly, and it did. And I want to thank you, my love, for giving me that. Thank you so much for that. I want to thank my mum and my dad. I want to thank my mum for sending me to Esther Kaplan's speech and drama classes in Sea Point back in the late 80s, whose lounge was a shrine to Anthony Sher, who was a great actor, and we've lost him. I want to thank you all. I feel deeply grateful. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
In the category for the best performance by a lead actress in a play, the nominations are...
Steven. As would happen, Wenyan, you know this very well. During rehearsal, everything was going swimmingly
Kuma
well.
Sopotela,
There
The
you
Promise. On stage, Salome and other roles. Fanny Swayiza, Oedipus at Colonus, #After Sophocles, Theseus. Fiona Ramsey, Hansard, Diana Hesketh. Katleho Lebohang, Delela, Letsatsi, Lee Letseka. Sandra Prinsloo, Die Moeder, Anne.
You ready? The award for the best performance by a lead actress in a play goes to Sandra Prinsloo.
Sandra is busy rehearsing a play that she's going to be presenting at the Encore, and we accept this award on her behalf. Thank you very much. A round of applause, please, to Memoriam. She desperately wanted to be here. She really, really did, and she sends us all her love. All right, final 2 awards, and then it's back to the wine, it's back to the cider, it's back to the beer, and it's back to the food. Can we please give the loudest applause possible for Heineken Beverages, for the continued investment in performing arts. Distel have been a partner for us for many, many years, and it will be a year, in fact, next month, since the merger. And Heineken Beverages gave us the space and the support necessary for us to continue the work that we do. And Pumza, you were at the helm of that. We cannot thank you enough for your advocacy. We really cannot. Thank you so, so much. And the delightful Pumza Kheng, who, by the way, is on point. Representing the colors of corporate. Have you had a wonderful time?
There are no words enough to express the time that I'm having, the energy that everybody is giving us. It's just been phenomenal, exceptional. Thank you so much, officially from the words of the sponsor, Heineken Beverages.
And now for the final 2 awards. The first one is?
Yes. The first award is Best Director. The nominees are?
Christian Olwagen, Die Moeder. Mark Fleischmann, Oedipus at Colonus, #After Sophocles. Martinus Passon, Die felomstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston. Stephen Stead, The Sound of Music. Sylvain Strike, The Promise, on stage.
And the winner is Martinus Passon.
That is joking. I mean, the people on the screen there are people I've admired for so many years myself. I've seen some of them grow up. Mark Fleischmann was a very young buck when I did one of my first plays many yonks ago. Yes, I'll keep this very short. I must thank the cast and the technical team on this play. Lau de Beer, Nicolas de Jong. Oh, I'm so proud of him. He arrived as this sort of gawky, shy, nerdish boy in the last design classes I gave. And I just thought, oh gosh. Anyway, and the first little design job he did, he came up with a set with hydraulics and God knows whatever. So you can invest in him, he's very good. He saves my ass all the time, let me tell you. And Philip Tron, who's not here tonight, they were the people who had to put up the pieces of perspex and square tubing. And then I had an extraordinary cast. During COVID, I thought my brain's going haywire. I had a fantastic time, I must just tell you. It was wonderful. I had time to read and listen to music and watch, where's Angelo? Yes, all the strange productions. I did, as a matter of fact, watch a lot of those. Some fantastic ballets. I fell in love with ballet again. And to keep my brain sharp, I started translating. And I translated this play, and I thought, oof. And I contacted Edwin van der Walt, and he came on board, and I suddenly thought, there goes all my savings. I don't care. We've got to put something together. So thank you very much to him, to Rolanda Marais, who 2 months after giving birth started rehearsals, thanks to her support structure, thanks to Wilhelm and Andre and Beer Adriaanse, whom I basically got to know on the floor, and the 11-year-old boy with his support structure, so I have to thank those people. But over and above that, I suppose one must try and say something sensible. The thing is, apart from Fleur de Cap, of course, and I must also just say, I never used to drink. And then at a particular point in time, I was reading plays, new South African scripts, and it was sponsored. I'm afraid I felt extremely committed to at least having a beer. But it wasn't Heineken, it was Amstel, so that's my drinking journey. No, seriously, just seriously. It was the most astounding thing. I had to turn 70 before I could do a play where I was completely in control of everything because nobody helped me. It was the most fantastic thing to be able to do that with a team of the most extraordinary people who really functioned in such a specifically spectacular way as a kind of strange, very fucked, extended family. What a journey. I've never been happier in my entire life. Thank you.
Well, Martinez will be happy to know that Amstel is part of the family, so it is the right beer that he's been drinking. On to the final award of the evening.
The final award is the Best Production, and the nominees are
Die filmstrede kroon van Edward II in Gaveston. Die moeder. Oedipus at Colonus. Hashtag after Sophocles. The Promise. On stage. the sound of music.
And the winner is Die Moeder.
It's been a long evening, so I'm going to keep it short, but unfortunately, or fortunately, there's a lot of people that I need to thank. And I want to start with you, Pumza. I don't know if you're aware, but we've got very few kind of loyal supporters in the arts in terms of corporate sponsors. And the Stel merger was quite difficult. And through the whole process, you keep us informed, and we never for one moment didn't believe that you will continue to support the arts. So, thank you not only for this award function and for kind of organizing and maintaining a panel, but also for all the wine that you provide for the opening. And all your generosity. I've got a friend who's got a saying, generosity generates. I can tell you it's true. I've experienced it tonight, so thank you for all the love and all the good vibes in this space. When we had the event at Nederburg, it was the first one, there was just love. And last year at Oude Libertas, even more love. And tonight, there's love. So thank you so much for taking ownership of our industry. It's you. In terms of Die Moeder, when I approached Christian to do a theatre piece, he was doing a lot of television and film at the time, he said he will do it, but it mustn't feel like it's on life support. And the reality is that when we do theatre, the budget is on life support. But then you've got wonderful people that's bringing their hearts and their talent and their time and moeite. I think the best thing, I don't have words, but so thank you to Christian Olwagen for making a fantastic play. Thank you to the technical team, Wolf Brits, Brie Leroux, Laukie Rothman, Marie Voigt, Andy Colombo, Prachmarie van Wyk, Ilana Snyman, everybody that contributed to the show. I'm leaving people out. Then to the cast, the formidable Sandra Prinsloo. I cannot tell you, I've worked with her a lot, and I cannot tell you what a privilege it is to see her do a play and a movie and a telenovela and a film at the same time, and be prepared and wonderful and in a good mood, and so just fabulous and talented. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you, David Minnar, Ashley De Lange, Ludwig Binge, and our cameraman, Charles Fulcher. Thank you to the Woordfeest team who's behind the scenes supporting this project. And what an incredible list of productions that we've honored tonight. I really think that since COVID we've had wonderful work. Let's keep it up. And thank you and congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Firstly, Manchester United beats Liverpool 4-3. And they are through to the next round of the FA Cup. Secondly, we're inviting you shortly to come and join us in the foyer for some wonderful food and some wonderful drinks. If you are consuming a little bit too much, we ask you please to be responsible. We have made available one for the road. Just go to the registration desk and make sure that you sign up, and they will get you home safely. Thirdly, if all of the award winners can join us back on stage, please, for a group photo. And fourthly, a huge round of applause for Lara Bai for directing today's show. To somewhere in the back. And finally, please welcome back on stage the Lady Day Big Band for our final send-off. Have a good night, everybody. Yeah.
Hey, you better get up.
Okay.
wish I guess I had known the day when heaven sent you my way. Something I've always been searching for, and you give me so. Everybody say, come on! You are and you are and you be the soul in the air that I breathe, the heart and the love that I need, and you are my destiny. I can feel it, can you feel the magic? Tell me if you can imagine. Don't you dare resist the power. Love will take you higher, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel the magic? Tell me if you can imagine. Don't you dare resist the power. Love will take you higher, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel the magic? Thank you. Thank you. Give it up for the, yeah, give it up for the lady, that big band. Our album is available on iTunes.